Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. You know, I said this in my live stream on Saturday. It's amazing to me because at one point I thought that Phyllis was the most annoying character on the show, right? But I feel like Lily is is starting to come for her spot because my God, is this woman starting to get a lot more annoying and more importantly, more vile, right? The fact that she's using her kids, she is using her kids as a bargaining chip with Kane, saying, hey, listen, if you drop all your plans, I'll help you smooth over things with the kids. Because right now, they must be devastated. It turns out that they are devastated. And I gotta sit there and say, Lily, you raised some oversensitive crybaby bitches. So to add to the fact that you are an annoying woman, kind of vile for using your own kids as a bargaining tool, but you're also kind of a shitty mother. So we're just adding to the list of things that I already not like about Lily so far. The kids are calling her back. The kids are calling him back. They're calling her. He's like, "Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit there and say something? Are you gonna tell me what? Are you gonna tell me you're gonna abandon your plans?" He shifts over. He's like, "Can't you just sit there and see the possibility of us getting back together?" Broski, let me get this straight. You want to sit there and get back together with the woman who is using your kids, using y'all kids as goddamn bargaining chips. She's using your kids as pawns in a fucking chess game. And you want to get back together with this woman? What? What is wrong with you? Listen, I know when it comes to most men, there's a lot of times we don't think with the proper head. But at some point, broski, at some point, like, I mean, hell, she's not that good looking. Jesus Christ. Anyway, before anything really gets settled, Holden comes in, and Lily's like, what are you doing here? I want to know the details of whatever this job is. None of your fucking business. He don't work for you, lady. Why do you feel? I don't know what happened to this chick from when I started watching this show to now. I'm going to be honest. Ever since she fired Heather and Daniel for something that they did that was not related to work, to use her company, use her position to fire him. And you know what was really great? And I mean really great, I mean really disgusting? If the roles were reversed and Daniel was in charge and Daniel sat there and fired Lily, can you imagine a lawsuit? Can you imagine the outrage that damn near almost every woman would have had? Seeing, oh, you disgusting, vile pig, and every other name in a goddamn book. But when she does it, but ever since she did that, she's just been such a terrible character that she's giving Phyllis a run for her money. Anyway, he's like, hey, listen, I work for him and everything like that. And, you know, she says a couple of things like, oh, you know, even after he fired you and fired Damien, none of your fucking business. Lady, don't you got a company to run or kids to talk to or, I don't know, flowers to water or something? So eventually she leaves and he's like, oh yeah, angry exes or whatever. And, you know, this is when Kane's like, don't ever disrespect her. He's like, you know what, listen, for the money that you're paying me, fine. Because if if he was not paying her, if he was not paying him that money, it was like, oh, you mean after she started asking questions about me like a goddamn Karen, you want me to not disrespect her? Okay, bro. Anyway, Kane tells Holden to get close to Nick. Now Nick is with Phyllis. They're talking about Summer and how they miss her and everything like that. And Phyllis is like, yeah, she probably doesn't want to be here, while Kyle is googly eyeing her cousin. Kyle can Google eye any woman that he wants. He ain't with her. He doesn't owe her a goddamn thing. I really don't like that. I don't like that. I don't give a let's be honest. I don't give a damn how she feels about him going out with her cousin. He's a grown ass man. He can go out with anyone he wants. Your daughter don't like it, tough titty. No one cares. Also, Chance's death. Now, let's be honest. She treated Chance like shit. She, at one point, said that, I don't know if I can forgive you for arresting my brother. You mean for doing his job? Is that what you're saying? You couldn't get past the fact that he was doing his job, but you want to sit there and go back together. You want to sit there and go back out with a guy who cheated on you, girl. You are so messed up in the head. I'm glad they're taking a hiatus from her. Nick is like, I want to sit there and try to mend fences with Kane. He must be feeling lonely and everything like that. I didn't know he left Amanda. I'm pretty sure Amanda's still there, still in town. I saw her picture in the intro. I didn't think that, I don't know, maybe I was reading a synopsis or whatever, because I did watch the episode Friday, but I forgot, so I had to sit there and read the synopsis and everything, but he was like, yeah, I want to sit there and try to, mend fences with him. Phyllis is like, yeah, because she's like, that's sus. After everything that happened at Nate's, you getting hurt, him sitting there locking you up, and you want to sit there and play nice with him? Yeah, okay. I think Nick was sitting there asking, you think you can kind of give me an end, just a way to kind of cushion the blow a little bit. I think at some point Nick does go to visit Kane. I think he does. I gotta sit there and check it out. But Lily comes over and Lily's like, the kids are devastated that Kane has been lying to them about his alternate personality for 6 years. I don't know how they're gonna get past it. I swear, if he hurts those kids, he's gonna have to deal with me. Okay, Karen. Sure. He's gonna have to deal with you. Oof. How the hell did he actually wind up being with that woman is beyond me. Now, speaking of other women, that while she may looks good, the insides of her is starting to come across as basuda, and this is Audra. Now, Audra and Nate gets back, right? And, they talk about Amy, and she's not really doing well, and she's not eating and stuff, and, I was just like, listen, you got to grieve too. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do that, but we got to talk about this whole LeBronte thing. I don't understand why in the snaps they call it a Verbronte. Anyway, they got to sit there and talk about the company and why she left. He's like, this ain't adding up. She's like, I didn't want to sell my soul. I realized that he's always going to be holding the strings, the purse strings or whatever. It's going to like Tucker again. And I don't want to do that. So, you're right. And I finally, listened to my intuition. At one point, she starts getting like defensive, being like, oh, what are you sitting there saying? And start trying to like attack him. I was like, girl, are you serious? Are you trying to make yourself to be the victim? After you was sitting there playing games behind this man's back and Damien was going to call your ass out for it? Okay. Now, she does sit there and says she's going to be working with Sally. And while Nate is happy that she got away from the Victor stuff, because he don't trust Victor. And why should he trust Victor after the way that Victor treated him and treated other people over the years? But he's like, listen, there's still something not adding up. Now, Claire Bear is talking to Nikki and is talking about Victor and how she doesn't want to be controlled by Victor, and she already did that with Joy, and she's not doing that with Victor, and she practically wants to sit there and just wash her hands from him. She's not dealing with that control shit. She's like, y'all I placated practically this old man for far too long. I ain't doing that. But she also talks about how she's going to deal with Audra. But she's like, don't worry. I'm not going to sit there and spike her tea. I'm not going to kidnap her and drug her. I'm going to blow up her world. And I'm here for it. She's like, I was going to sit there and tell Nate, but, he had to go to the funeral. So the minute his ass gets back, I'm going to sit there and tell all that. The whole kissing and everything like that with Kyle. I'm going to sit there and tell all that. And, listen, if that happens, oh well, you did that to yourself. I'll tell you this much. If she does not make it with Sally, with Abby Communications, she's done. She might as well pack her ish and go to Beyond the Gates. I think Tommy actually said that in my chat. I'm there for it. Oh, and then Kane calls the twins to sit there and try to talk to him and smooth things over because, like I said, Lily, and you know what, listen, Kane was in their life, so I'll put this on Kane too, raised a bunch of oversensitive crybabies. And that's actually about it. Yeah. I really feel like there was more. And then I keep forgetting this. It's not General Hospital when they just love to sit there and vomit out a bunch of characters and say, "Wee!" Anyway, I feel like that's about it. I might be able to do a live stream tonight. I'm doing good on time so far. So I just have 2 more soap operas to do. And I think I should be good. So, share this video. I need this video to be shared. I'm going to get some more YNR people up in the chat. I want to get some more YNR people up in the member streams. If you're not a member, make sure you join. Weekend member streams for members only. We have good conversations. We also do reaction videos towards different characters from One Like to Live, General Hospital, All My Children, Poor Charles, Passions, Guiding Light, Santa Barbara, and other stuff. Can't do CBS because CBS they're a bunch of stingy bitches. So, but all the other stuff though, we could sit there and talk about, and of course, General Hospital. Anyway, with that being said, if you're not a member, make sure you join. Also, again, make sure you share this video because that does help the algorithm and gets more people from YNR fans in the chat.